the west side of the main house, under the rim guest house. And here we have the circuit breaker box to the exterior, next to the meter. And we'll just show you here what you've got. Attic AC, condenser dryer oven, etc. And then there's even one that goes over there. So you come walking over here to the cottage. Here we are at the cottage. And walk to this side here. And you have the entry, which normally has this cover over it. Very important to keep the cover there in place with the wood over it. I'll show you how that works, because we've got a skunk get in there, and it took a couple of years actually to get the smell out. But under here is the water shutoff, and so you go in, and the water shutoff valve is right here. That's just for the cottage itself. And if the furnace ever needs serviced for the cottage, that's it right there. It's a Bryant propane heater, and there is a light that I could have cut on. The switch is right over here. Cut the switch on. There's also electricity. There's an outlet right there, GFI. So there you have the crawl space front, and this is in front of the house. See this here? Just remove the water meter head, and the water meter is down there. And then you can see there's the shutoff valve that you use the key on right there. And the key to the water is right here in the corner. You're probably familiar with that, but that's what the key looks like. It's pretty long, so plenty long to get the job done. As you come in here, we also have a sub panel in the main house that is found in the bunk bedroom. In case I did that too fast, you come down the hall, main house, first door to the right, which is the bunk bedroom. And there you have it. There's the sub panel for a lot of things within the house. And there are arc fault controllers for a couple of bedrooms. So if people put space heaters in there, they will typically trip pretty quick. So a couple of bedrooms are not great for space heaters, but the rest of the house is. It's just a couple of circuits. And as you know already, this is the closet that contains the radiant heat boiler system. So you just move this, slide this over. I have an employees only, so that they know not to go in there, plus that lock that you just saw, and there's the Munchkin burner. I'm having this serviced now with Todd Tolley. He's the one that installed it, and he has me keep this valve off. I'll probably leave it on. I'll ask his advice. It just, if a pipe would bust, it will only allow the water within the current system to leak out, not the entire flood of water. So periodically, about every week, you see you have to cut that on to make sure the system stays fully hydrated. That's the basics of this. The water heater is in there as well. And this is all radiant heat with zones, so you need Todd Tolley, your professional, to service it. So I'm cutting that back off again. And we had this installed. It has a shutoff valve right here that each time when people are done using it, or housekeepers should check and make sure that it's perpendicular. So if you turn it down that way, it's on. The gas is on. You cut it this way, perpendicular, propane is off. And the main shutoff valves, you can see, are over there. That's where the propane goes into the house, and then one line goes easy. You've got a switch again, and I have a LED light right there, so it's lit up. And so in terms of what needs to be known down here, the main thing is on the other side of this crawl space are quite a few shutoff valves, and the plumber who put it in did a really good job of marking the handles or what specifically you're looking at. For example, kitchen, the master bath, etc. You can see it's all marked ice maker even. It's written down there. So it's all clearly written on the yellow handles. If a plumber needs to specifically just cut off one at a time. That's all nicely under here. You see there's the crawl space main house. And this is a pretty vast crawl space that we could actually improve one day and move the radiant heat down if we wanted more maintenance room, because it goes way down where you have down here a huge vast room that could be improved. And the air conditioner unit with the box is right here near the crawl space behind the main house. And within the garage there is a over-under washer dryer in this closet that you'll find here. Just reach back here and cut a light on. That's your over-under washer dryer that does work well. It's operational. Hoses have been replaced fairly recently. There's the dryer hose, and this is a fairly new electric water heater that we had installed not too long ago by Aaron Bybee, who is a local plumber. And there's the shutoff. Right here in this panel is a fuse box that sometimes, if the water heater's not working, that fuse can be replaced. I've done that once, but it's right here within this closet for the electric water heater, over-under washer and dryer. If hoses are used, please make sure during the fall to disconnect, because it will crack a pipe. We've done that before. If you leave a hose connected, it's cracked. It will definitely freeze and crack underneath the crawl space. I'm walking over here to the actually straight ahead past the cottage. So if you're facing the cottage, to the right, and this is where we keep the hose. It is coiled right here. Joanne is currently using it. There's also a ladder all hidden behind the tree here. There's a wheelbarrow, cross ties, little carrier, some sawhorses, a few extra bricks, little storage area. This is all out of sight of the guests, but it's nice to know if you need it. So that's behind the trees here of the cottage. On the front porch of the main house, there's a key safe hidden right up here. So this post here on the porch, if you just look up, you'll need to get one of these benches over here. Move it over and you can reach up there, and I'll give you the combination that has keys to just about everything you need to get into. There's a pad entry here, touch key for both main entry doors, so it shouldn't be an issue, but there are override keys in case the battery should go out or something. But take one of those keys from that key safe, go down the hallway here into the master bedroom, and there'll be a walk-in closet locked, so you'll need to use a key to get into it because we lock off this walk-in closet. And in here, if the air conditioner is ever needed to be worked on, it is actually up inside of here. That's how you get up into the attic. So access to the attic is in the master bedroom walk-in closet. Put a ladder in there, you can crawl up. There's a pretty big attic space with the air conditioner system up in there. Let me talk to you now about the thermostats. We have radiant heat, which means there are pipes underneath the floor. So it's a subtle change. It's not a fast change of temperature. Guests will need to know that the only way to get a fast change will be to use a space heater that we'll be leaving a couple here. This will subtly change it, which whoever's managing the agent will need to control. It's a Lux Pro thermostat, and really all that you need to do if you want it to go up, it's on hold already right now. Just click up, and the number to the right will change that now to 68. It's going between the clock and the current temperature. That's showing you what it currently is. That's the thermostat, but this is setting it where you want it to be. So up and down, you put it there and it's on hold, so it will stay there. And you can just ignore a lot of this because we've got it set, but you see there, run. We've already put it on hold, so whatever you move it to, it's going to stay there. This stays on heat, auto. So on heat, these are the 4 heat. Let me show you where the 4 radiant heat thermostats are. In the hallway, in the master bedroom, there's another one on the wall. There's only 4 of them. Same system. So if you want to move it up and down, you don't even have to open that. You just move it right here. Takes a few hours before you'll feel any difference. And then let me show you the third one is right here near the entry. There it is. Same system. And then we come through to the family room here where the TV is. There is your 4th thermostat, same exact system. You see it set on hold, so whatever you push, it will stay there up and down. Very simple. And now let me take you and show you the air conditioner. The only one that controls the air conditioner, and this is important to realize, is this one here. As you walk in the door and turn to the left, this one immediately in the hallway, not the one down at the end of the hallway. That's one of the 4 radiant heat zones. This one here only handles the air conditioner. So it will stay always on cool and auto, so forth, but it's the same system. You see it's on hold and you go up and down according to what you want for air condition. So this is the only one that controls your air conditioner. And this here is where your filter is. You loosen those 2 screws. It's on hinges. To this side is hinged. You need a ladder. And you can put a new filter in there in the hallway. Be careful to support that grill because it could come falling down if you don't support it as you're changing out the filter. I'll talk to you a minute about internet. Fantastic internet. It's South Central Communications. And this is a fiber connection, so in theory up to 1,000 megabytes, which is 1 gigabyte, extremely lightning fast. We probably get about half of that out here, but it's still really fast, like 500 or 400 or 500 megabytes. And this unit is your modem, router, all in one, everything you need. And then on this side, that is the battery backup in case the electricity goes out. If you need help, call South Central Communications Internet Tech Support. They'll help you. The connection is down, actually down in there underneath this is where it hooks in to the wall. So that's where all your contraptions are for high-speed internet. This little fireplace is operated by propane gas, and controls are pretty straightforward. You have a pilot light and then an igniter, so you have to push it where the pilot light is pointing toward the arrow, and then push the igniter. You do it a few times, and once it takes hold, you set the temperature down here, as well as there are controls back here for the fan temperature. That is your propane fireplace here in the corner. Nice atmosphere fireplace as well. This is radiant heat, and you cannot really change the heat quickly here. It's a slow, subtle change. What we do is keep here in the closet in the main house, second closet, or it'll be in another closet, but I'll show you for now. Here are these space heaters, and it is a convection type of heat. They do really well. They're safe, and people can set them up in a room, and this place is very well insulated, so they can just take one, put it in the room they want, cut it on, in a short time they've got the heat they want. So that could be a solution if someone's complaining about the temperature, which probably won't be an issue if the thermostats are set properly. But once again, radiant heat is not a quick fix. It takes a few hours before you realize the difference. So the space heater can be used here or out in the cottage if somebody needs a quick burst, and those will be stored in one of the closets, 2 of them.